Hey guys, it's Adrienne. We've all seen movies like Resident Evil and Night of the Living Dead, but are there such things as real zombies in the world? Is there really a virus that could turn you into a living drone? Is there something that can turn a human into a zombie? Let's find out. First up, we have the zombie snail. Now, the zombie snail is caused by an animal called the flatworm. The flatworm will live in 2 animals in its lifetime, but will only control one of them. It spends its adult life inside of birds, where it will lay eggs, which are then spread through the bird's excretions. Some snails, mostly amber snails, will eat these eggs, which then hatch inside the snail's stomach and become sporocysts. These sporocysts will then invade the snail's eye stalks, the little those things, which will then become extended and elongated and very, very swollen. Now, this will cause the snail to no longer be able to be sensitive to light, which will cause it to not hide from prey. So the snails will go out into the open, and the eye stalks, which now resemble worms, will attract birds, which come down and eat the eye stalks, ingest them, where the sporocyst will then go into its adult life, and this whole process starts over again. Next up, we have the zombie crab. The zombie crab is a result of a parasitic barnacle called the sacculina. Now, the sacculina will enter the crab's body and use the crab for food. Now, if the crab is male, the female sacculina will castrate it, causing it to be infertile, and use it as a nanny for the sacculina's young. The sacculina will also bore a hole in the crab's shell, allowing a male sacculina in to fertilize the eggs, which then the crab then treats as its own young and allows these sacculina to grow up to infest other crabs. Now we have a zombie fish. The zombie fish is caused by a parasitic crustacean called the tongue-eating louse, and it does exactly what its name says it does. This crustacean commonly infects the spotted rose snapper, where it attaches itself to the base of the fish's tongue and drains blood from the tongue to keep itself alive. Now, the tongue of the snapper will eventually atrophy and fall off, where the crustacean will then replace its tongue with itself, continue to drain blood from the tongue to keep it alive. And while the snapper actually uses the crustacean as its own tongue, it in fact suffers very little from this invasion. Now we come to the zombie cockroach. The zombie cockroach is the result of the emerald cockroach wasp. This wasp will sting the cockroach, paralyzing its front end and disabling its escape reflex. The wasp will then chew off half of the cockroach's antenna and lead it back to a prepared nest where it will lay its eggs inside the cockroach. The eggs will hatch and the larvae will use the cockroach as food. However, they will keep the cockroach alive long enough to live into adulthood. Now, as screwed up as this sounds, the female cockroach will actually enslave several dozen zombie cockroaches in its lifetime. So when you see that cockroach in your bathroom, be careful, it may just be a zombie. Kill it quick. Now we come to zombie ants. Zombie ants are the result of a fungi which is pathogenic to insects. The fungus's spores will enter the ant through its respiratory spiracles and consume non-vital soft tissue of the ant. The spores then move to the ant's brain, changing how it perceives pheromones, causing it to climb up the stem of a plant, anchor itself there, while the fungus continues to eat and kill the ant. When the fungus is ready to reproduce, its fruiting bodies explode out of the ant's head. This entire process will take anywhere from 4 to 10 days. And the behavior of the ant is specifically tuned to the fungus, so it's very possible that no 2 zombie ants will behave in the same way. Now we have zombie grasshoppers. This is another case of a parasitic worm, this time called the hairworm. Once the hairworm is eaten by a grasshopper or a cricket, the larvae worm will produce a protein which infects the insect's brain and nervous system. By the time the worm hits adulthood, the grasshopper is entirely under its control. The grasshopper will then commit suicide by jumping into a body of water where the worm will emerge from the insect's dead body, mate, reproduce, and create babies, which then infect more grasshoppers. The zombie caterpillar is the victim of an endoparasitoid wasp, which is found in Central and Northern America. Like the zombie cockroach, this wasp will lay her eggs inside the caterpillar, who then acts as a bodyguard for the eggs. The wasp will engage in a virus which disables the caterpillar's immune system, allowing the eggs to survive. When the eggs hatch, the larvae feed off the caterpillar but do not kill it. The caterpillar then spends the rest of its unfortunate life guarding these eggs, even going so far as to create cocoons around them for safety so that they can grow up into adulthood. So at the beginning of this video, we posed the question, is there anything that can turn you into a zombie? In fact, there is an animal that can turn you into a zombie. It's called the pufferfish. Poisoning from the pufferfish in humans is generally caused by improperly cooked puffer meat, which can cause paralysis in the muscles and lower the blood pressure, causing the victim to appear to be in a death-like state. Humans can remain entirely conscious throughout this coma, and if they can live past 24 hours, they are fully expected to survive. This poison was also used in voodoo practices due to its pseudo-comatose-like effects. So how much do you know about redheads? Stay tuned to a future video as we go over historical and fun facts about redheads. Alright guys, thanks for watching my video. Please feel free to rate the video, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Bye. So at the beginning of this video, we posed the question, is there anything that could turn you into a zombie? Well, in fact, there is. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Shit and balls. I'm gonna get it right. I will get it right.